people. Oh wow. Now it's fine too if you want. But if you're a color What do we got here? We got the tires that originally came off the 1969 Pontiac and the wheels. And although they're rusty and scaly, I don't know if they're so bad. So today, I'm gonna do a little testing on these to see if they are strong enough to use. And I think that's good enough. What's the worst that'll happen? Yeah, that seems fine to me. So we're gonna test on them a bit. We gotta figure out how to get these tires off. And aside from having a big hammer, an angle grinder, and some drills, not quite sure how else I'm gonna do this. But if we get one cleaned up, I'll show you what my plan is with all of this, and hopefully you'll like what I'm doing, because I like what we're doing today. All right, I've tried everything. The metal snips, pocket knife, drill, saw, SOG knife, grinding wheel. Grinding wheel's kind of cool because it kind of makes the whole room smell like a burnout. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but you take it and run it on there. Oh, fucking peaching. Oh, what a burnout that is. Woo, America! All right, enough of that. Whole fucking place is inundated with 40-year-old fucking Unaroyal smoke. We got to come up with a new plan of attack on this, because this is not working. I want to get this tire off this wheel, get it cleaned up, see what it looks like when it's clean. So I don't know if you could see this, but right in the middle of your screen where my chubby finger is blocking, there's a hole in the wheel. This is a section that sat in the ground all that time. It's all warped and bubbly, so I took a grinding wheel to it just to see what that was about, and immediately found this hole. So although the rest of the rim is in considerably good shape, I don't think they're usable, because this is one of the better ones. This one's just as bad. Pretty much all of them are that bad. Not pretty much, all of them are. That much scale on them, look at that. So, not gonna be able to use these, unfortunately. That's pretty sad. I do have steelies on the car right now off another Camaro, or off of 80s Firebird. Same lug pattern, different back spacing, but they work. So what we're gonna do tonight, this is a little hurrah, is we're gonna paint this one up how I wanted to paint it, so you guys see the color scheme that I'm gonna start going with for the wheels on this. And although the paint job's not gonna be very good on this tire, the next set of steelies that I buy should be good. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna paint these up for you. So what I'm gonna do is prep this up by cleaning it up a little bit. I'm gonna scuff it up with a wire wheel like I have been so the paint sticks. Again, I'm never gonna use this again. It's got holes in it, the rust is a little too far. This isn't a safe rim to drive on. So I'm not trying to do this professionally, not trying to do this perfect at all. I'm just trying to do it so we can see what it looks like. So here goes. I didn't really prep these aside from hitting it with a little bit of super clean to rinse them off. So I'm just gonna scuff them up real good with this. Again, I don't care how it looks. And I did buy nice thick enamel paint, similar to what you would use on, oh, these are all foggy. I can't wear these without them fogging up. So similar, the paint's real similar to what you would use on your rotors. You would see like rotor paint, this nice thick enamel. That's what I wanted to go with. So I'm not too worried about how it's gonna look because this rim's kind of messed up. So what I'm gonna do real quick is just scuff it up and then wipe it off real good. And we'll give it a spray and see what color we chose. Well, I cleaned this wheel off about as much as I care to. Give it a spray down, wipe it down. I got down to bare metal wherever I could. There's some rust that's so thick, I'm not gonna take the time again. We're not using these, and it's a shame because they are in decent enough condition. This is the best wheel, of course, but if they didn't have the holes in them, I'd be real excited about it. But man, that hole, you know, I don't know, I'll talk to some old hot rodders and see if maybe welding it, getting a little plug weld in there will do, or more than likely I'm just gonna buy steelies this size, or 14-inch steelies. Actually something that I want to measure too. But it'll do for now. Just clean that off real good. Make sure it's nice and dry. I'm gonna bust the heat gun out, dry this off real quick. So in the magic of television, we'll get paint into this in a minute. So can't do anything without the trusty heat gun. And we're just gonna warm this up a skosh and make sure all the moisture left on it. Let it cool back down a minute. Oh, that's hot as fuck. And, ooh, maybe we can melt the tire dry. Look at that. Oh, look at that, dries right up. Get right on there. Oh, it dries up in a second. Anyway, so dry it off, wipe it down, spray it down, just see. Got a surprise. It's not really a surprise. I just think it fits so well with what I want to do with the car. And realistically, the car is in bad shape. Not to say that I'll never restore it, but for right now, my goal is to get a floor in it, get the subframe, everything strong underneath it, you know, put wheels and suspension, new brakes on it, switch everything over to disc brakes. And if I could find like a 6-liter or 5.3 with a 6L80, or I mean even a 5.7 Vortec with a 4L80, I'd take it at this point just to get it back on the road. So that's really my goal. I'm gonna find a motor and trans to dump into it, and just to get it running and driving. And I know it's rough. It's never gonna be a daily driver. I mean, like if I could drive it on the drag strip, that'll make me happy enough. That is my goal for now. But who's to say not in 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it is, that I don't end up restoring it in full. And now that I'm uploading everything to YouTube, it's a chance that do this long enough, and you know, maybe it'll be a business thing that I have to do it for the YouTube channel. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna get a full restoration right now, but it's definitely gonna get back on the road in the next few months is my goal. So I'm avidly looking for motor and trans at Craigslist and Facebook. I do have a floor ordered from Jegs, so I got the full floor pan coming in. I'm going to do the trunk pan as well. So my next video, I'll be walking around showing you everything. We did some construction in the shop. We put the lift in. I don't really want to show that yet. It's because it's not done, and I'm a little ashamed of myself, to be honest with you. But yeah, you know, we got a bunch of cool stuff planned. We got a new Jeep we just got. And yeah, that Firebird's gonna be on the road real soon. I'm ready to do it. Got the permission from the old lady. So I bought the floor, gonna buy the trunk pans, gonna find a motor and trans, and we're gonna get that thing driving around sooner than later. So, well, I think this is dry enough for me. It could be drier, but what am I, a cop? Like, what am I gonna sit here and police? What am I, the tire patrol, the wheel patrol? Nah. This is good enough. Warm to the touch, and melt a little bit of super clean off the side. All right, I'm gonna grab that can of paint, and we're gonna see how this comes out. All right, so the official color here is from a Toyota, code 580, yellow effect. Metallic and iridescent content, 5 grams. And got a place, Paint World down the road that makes these things. Put in a rattle can for you, and he said it should be nice and shiny and metallic like we want. Ooh, baby. Whew. Suppose let that sit for the first lay and then we'll come back in a couple of minutes and do it again. I think that works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've applied paint. Woo, zoom in, zoom out. Yuri, you want the honors of pulling that tape back so we really see the difference on it? And I figured I'd do this on camera. So pull off that tape you put on there, bud. Oh, there she goes. All right, so I like it. This rim is trash. This wheel's trash, but man, that color is gonna be sweet on the Rustbird. That with some fresh meats on it. I gotta get some good steelies for it. I guess I'll just use the steelies that are on it. They all hold air. Clean those up, put new tires on it, and it's officially a roller.